What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King, aka first name Rage, last name is him, back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rebel Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe, and y'all. This has been a topic of conversation on and off in the gaming community for about 10 years now. And in my opinion, I just want to give my opinion. Having said all that, I just want to give my opinion on a decade-old question for gamers. And that question being, did Fortnite ruin gaming? Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, yes, it did, give their reasons. And look, your reasons, whether valid, credited or not, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? In this video, by all means, if you disagree with what I'm finna say, let me know down in the comment section. Also, before I begin, this is not coming from someone who is a Fortnite player like that. To be honest, for those that's been following me for a while, I've even said there was a point in time where I said I will never play Fortnite because I just thought it was silly. You know, it's just not a game for me. This is not me saying this in defense of Fortnite. This is just me taking and just me analyzing a situation and giving my opinion. Again, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Now, having said all of that, in my opinion, did Fortnite ruin gaming? My opinion, no, it did not. Fortnite itself, Fortnite the game itself, did not ruin gaming. Allow me to explain why. Fortnite had an idea. They applied that idea. They stuck with that idea, and with said idea, they continue to improve on the idea of what Fortnite is going to be. There was a point in time where Fortnite was just one of those games. It was a third-person shooter, and then you can build an entire Eiffel Tower on top of somebody and then be out of it. I would never feeling that. That's the biggest thing that turned me off from Fortnite to begin with. And then they came with no build mode. You see what I'm saying? They continue to improve on what they had already built and established. And with that came with the skins and the season passes. And also keep in mind, throughout all of that, the skins, the season passes, and everything that goes along with Fortnite, this game is free to play. Now, getting to the nitty gritty of the situation, meaning to the people that say, well, ever since Fortnite came out, Fortnite's ruined gaming because everybody want to be like Fortnite. Answer me this. If you came out with a certain style to wear your clothes, just to make an example, if you came out with a certain style, random somebody or a celebrity you know, came out with a style of wear their clothes a certain way or a certain brand of clothes that they made look absolutely cool, and then all of a sudden they just doing their thing, it's just them doing their thing, right? They do it first, and then other people catch on and decide, hey, I want to that look kind of cool. I kind of want to try that. And then they tried it, and it just looked bad on everybody else, or the majority of people that tried. Does that fall on the people that tried it, or does that fall on the person that set the trend to begin with that looks good on him or her? You see what I'm saying? The biggest problem that comes with people saying that Fortnite, in my opinion, and again, you're entitled to your opinion, but in my opinion, to the people that say Fortnite ruined gaming, that's just false. That's just false. Fortnite itself did not ruin gaming. The very design of Fortnite itself did not ruin gaming. If anything, it changed the way gaming is perceived. It changed the way that gaming is being done. It's changed the way that developers have made that game. But it didn't ruin the game. It didn't ruin gaming. People copying the swag of Fortnite and failing to capitalize on what made them great to begin with, in particular, the companies that were AAA companies, been around 20, 30, 40 years, those are the people that decided to taint their own product and taint the way they made their games in the past to copy Fortnite. And why? Because at the end of the day, it leads all to the money. People saw what Fortnite was doing. They saw it made a lot of money and said, hey, let's copy the way that they are making. Let's try to copy the way that let's half-ass copy the way that they have made money in their game, and let's apply it to ours. Though that's not what made us what legends in the game. That's not what made us OGs in the game. That's not the reason why we've withstood the test of time over 30 years. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, you look at the landscape of Fortnite. Fortnite, free to play. You got your seasonal pass, you got your microtransactions, and you got in-game currency. How many games, like let's take a game like NBA 2K, for example, right? NBA 2K started coming around with virtual currency and VC because at first it was just skill points for those that's been around for a minute. In the my career aspect of it, at least, At first, it was just skill points. You were playing your My Player for skill points. Then, around the time Fortnite came out, now we're looking at VC. We're looking at in-game currency. And at first, it wasn't as egregious. And then as time went on, everything got more expensive. Everything got more pay to win. Everything felt like it wasn't pay to play. It was also pay to play, but then it was also play to win. Fortnite is free to play, which means them having microtransactions, in my opinion, is more forgivable than, someone telling you or a company telling you, we want you to pay full price for this game, and then we gonna add in microtransactions on top of that. Believe it or not, people, there was a time where you could get a game, you could pay full price for a game and get the entire game. That hasn't been the case for at least 10 years now. And it seemed like it's not going to change anytime soon, if ever. That doesn't fall on Fortnite. That falls on the developers that decided, hey, we want to put in half the work and see if we can make twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the money. That doesn't fall on Fortnite. Again, this is not me defending the company. This is not me defending Epic Games. This is not me, I'm an avid Fortnite player, bro. I'm not. This is just me making an observation and giving my opinion on it. Fortnite did not ruin gaming. I wish people would stop saying that. People copying the swag of Fortnite and failing to capitalize on said copying of said swag is what ruined the games. Because think about it. We went from a time where we would have full complete games on release. Not saying that all of them were perfect or anything like that, but you damn sure got a full game on release. You got a full game on payment. Pay full price, got the full game. It wasn't pay this price, pay $100 here, and then we're gonna give you half of it. Then we got some other stuff that we want you to pay for. Then we got it wasn't all that. Fortnite ain't never said, hey, in order to play our game, you gotta pay $70. They say no, you can play our game. However, if you want access to this said skin, you want access to this said emote, you want access to this gun skin, you gonna pay a little bit of money. They do have times where you can unlock some things too. They do have a free battle pass on top of that. Now tell me, how many other games do you see out there? Not too many, if any. Well, I would say just not too many, just for the sake of argument. Not too many also have a free version of the Game Pass that seem like, damn, okay, I would still play for that even though it's free. It doesn't have everything that, say, the paid pass has for, but I would at least play for that. I wouldn't mind playing the game and grinding for that. I don't necessarily feel comfortable spending money on this said game. This little free pass, hey, it's got some things that actually I wouldn't mind having. You know what? I'll grind a little bit for it. There's a lot of games that don't really have that aspect, and even if they do, they want you to grind for things. Half the times you don't even know, because say they even coming out with season passes. Every single game now has a season pass. You see what I'm saying? You got fighting games with season passes now. I'm not saying that it was just absolutely a bad idea, but don't you find it ironic that right around the time they start having season passes was right around the time Fortnite started to blow up? Does that fall on Fortnite, or does that fall on the people trying to copy Fortnite and trying to make Fortnite income? And again, nobody's mad at you for trying to make money. That's the point of being in a business. But trying to copy an aspect of a game, especially in a genre you're not in, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. And it's not just simply a genre of games that's doing this. It seems like everybody in their mama and granddaddy is doing this now. That's why it feels like every game is also the same, because everybody just want to look at one idea. Nobody wants to be innovative anymore. Nobody wants to give you a great game from an original idea. They just want to copy what they saw something make money before earlier in the earlier years, or something more recent, since they were born in 2005 now. You understand what I'm saying? This is no disrespect to be born in 2005. Just giving an example. Nobody wants to be original anymore. Nobody wants to, give their own ideas. Nobody wants to find their own way to do things anymore. They just a copy and paste thing. It's a copy and paste business. They want to copy and paste this game sold here, so let's just copy what they did and do a poor rendition of it. That's never gonna work. And we're seeing the price being paid now for it. So in closing and in the video, Fortnite did not ruin gaming. The game Fortnite itself did not ruin gaming. People trying to copy the swag of Fortnite is what ruined gaming, and will continue to ruin gaming until people decide that they're going to have the balls to be original, come up with their own ideas, and try to set the new trend on how to make games and make money out of it, and give customer satisfaction close to what it was back in the day 10 to 15 to 20 years ago. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. That's my video. Hashtag that. Enough said. Goodbye.